Arcadian Vanguard presents the Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Thursday, January 30th, 2025. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with AEW Dynamite broadcast live last night on TBS and Max at the Von Braun Center in Huntsville, Alabama. In the main event, Mercedes Moné made her 13th defense of the TBS Championship, defeating Yuka Sakazaki. In the opening match, Will Ospreay pinned Brian Cage. After the match, the Callis family attacked Ospreay. Kenny Omega tried to make the save, but also fell victim. Jeff Jarrett lost his match with Claudio Castagnoli, failing to win a shot against AEW World Champion Jon Moxley. After the match, Jarrett was laid out by MJF.
You know, Jeff, I just wanted to come out here to say...
Oh! Good God!
And oh man,
knocked him flat on his back.
Like I said, picking his spots. MJF does it better than everybody. He knows.
That Dynamite Diamond ring.
Of course.
Doing the real damage there.
Absolutely it did.
Jeff, as you know, I truly respect my elders. And that's precisely why I'm not gonna say I told you so.
In other results, Ricochet beat AR Fox and was jumped by Swerve Strickland after the match, and Jay White defeated Wheeler Yuta by disqualification thanks to outside interference from the Death Riders. After the match, Adam Copeland and FTR made the save.
Trying to get the attack. Uh-oh, watch behind here.
And White distracted, and there goes Claudio Castagnoli from behind.
Smart, simple game plan by the Death Riders. Now they are just stopping the hell out of Jay White here.
Just like we saw earlier. Whoa, oh my God!
The rated R superstar, Adam Copeland, an FTR rated FTR.
And I tell you what, the Death Riders, they got out of Dodge real quick.
They're making themselves very, very scarce once Cope and FTR arrived.
They bailed the hell out of here.
Yeah, they scurried as soon as they heard the music. Didn't wait to see.
In WWE news, Paul Triple H Levesque was announced as the headliner of the 2025 edition of the WWE Hall of Fame at a WWE employee town hall meeting held yesterday. The announcement caught Levesque by surprise when it was made on stage by Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker.
So from a guy that usually has something to say about everything, I'm speechless. I'm going to kill Nick when we leave here. If you see somebody flying off of the roof, just ignore it.
You deserve it.
I don't know what else to say. Just thank you.
Levesque was then joined on stage by his wife, Stephanie McMahon. This would be Levesque's second induction, as he was inducted as a member of D-Generation X in 2019. The Hall of Fame inductions are scheduled to take place in April during WrestleMania weekend. The company revealed on Wednesday it would be holding its first premium live event in the French capital city of Paris. In a press release, WWE announced its Clash in Paris PLE will take place on Sunday, August 31st from the 40,000-seat Paris La Défense Arena, which is Europe's largest indoor venue. The following day's Monday Night Raw on September 1st also emanates from the same building. This summer's events will be WWE's first in the city of Paris since April of 2023. Last May, WWE held its Backlash PLE in the city of Décines-Charpeau. In ratings news, Tuesday's edition of NXT brought in 827,000 viewers to the CW network, according to WrestleNomics. That's up slightly from last week's audience of 812,000 and is the highest viewership for the show since October 8th. Conversely, the show's rating in the 18 to 49-year-old demographic was a .19, down significantly from last week's rating of .22. In All Elite Wrestling news, AEW Grand Slam Australia will air on Saturday, February 15th as an episode of Collision, only at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, according to the official TV listing revealed yesterday. The show is advertised as airing on TNT, and it is expected that it will also live stream at that time on Max, although that has not been officially confirmed. Grand Slam Australia is set to emanate from the Brisbane Entertainment Centre in what would be AEW's debut in Australia. And we close with a note out of Japan. New Japan Pro Wrestling announced yesterday that Shoma Kato has been pulled from the company's current tour after suffering a dislocation fracture of his right ankle. There is no timetable for his return, nor was it revealed when Kato suffered the injury. Masatora Yasuda will substitute for Kato on the remainder of the New Beginning Tour cards. Yasuda has been out of action since November when he had suffered an undisclosed injury during training. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.